Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 141 of the Red Force podcast. My name is Eric Tolado. Joining me today, Christian Tolado.
Do you think if other reviewers numbered their reviews, what number would they be on?
And special guest Christian. The man of hype.
Yeah.
The man in the raid suit.
The man in the raid.
The man growing in ranks.
Okay.
Some call him the super rookie of the new era, Christian.
Okay.
JD Legend joins us today.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for the wonderful introduction, actually. I appreciate that.
JD will be joining us to bring Christian. See, Christian, I was chilling out the other day.
Yeah.
And I see JD Legend stream. Couldn't catch it live, unfortunately, Christian.
Time zones,
Donated memes, would have been doing the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
But I see his passion for the Straw Hats.
That's right.
I see his passion for Sanji. And I see his passion for absolute hatred for goons out there.
Sure.
Which I appreciate the most.
Sure.
And that's why he's on the show
I
today.
get it.
That's why he's on the show today.
I get it. Alright.
So I enjoy the passion, Christian.
I'm going to like this episode.
That's true.
Many agendas will come out and will dismantle many other people, Christian. Get ready.
Now, a few things before we get into it.
Yes.
Alright. First things first, the anime.
Okay.
Hold them, getting some sauce. Alright?
Alright.
Not as egregious as Batman, but still hilarious.
Nonetheless, sure.
So, the anime, doing what it does best. Doing filler when it's not needed. Giving characters that aren't hype. Weird stuff. Can't forget the Armadillo Man. Alright?
Yeah.
With the Haki bullet.
I think that was real, though.
Was that real?
I think that was real. He had the Sea Stone bullets, not the Haki bullets.
Oh, the Sea Stone bullets. Alright. But Armadillo Man getting the hype. All the fodder characters getting the hype. For some
We
reason.
need to fill time.
Alright. So the One Piece anime going on. Now, give people a Cancel Lords update, because I believe there is an update.
Cancel Lords updates. Couple of pages, getting through it.
Alright. Is it gonna hit
Now give people a
on the
little
third
bit
anniversary?
Let's see, there's many ideas, Christian, going on.
Yeah, sure.
And I want to give everyone at least a page of combat.
Alright.
People submitting their powers and abilities. What will JD have? Will I give him a Sanji stand?
You gotta give him a raid suit.
A raid suit,
You gotta give him a
perhaps.
raid
Who
suit.
knows what JD will get? But
Absolutely.
he will be a hype beast, Christian, and he'll provide some comedy as well as Cancel Lords is. He'll be taking out names, which I appreciate.
Alright.
But yeah, it's a developing process, as the people know, Christian, on this show.
Okay. Alright.
But
Alright.
the third anniversary, some 15 weeks away.
Will you get it out before Togashi gets out of the chapter of Hunter x Hunter?
Is Togashi due for another chapter?
He's been due for about a year, so...
Perhaps, Christian, who knows?
So who knows? Alright, also, go read Shadow Soul. New arc, new adventures, new chapters weekly. Go read it. Alright. Now, without further ado, let's get into this chapter. Alright? And, a lot of agendas to get through this week, alright? A lot. Chapter time. Chapter 989. I can't imagine losing. Red flags.
Bait.
Fate. I see this title and I go... Now, obviously, you can take this two ways, as face value, or we might have a little bit of loss coming up. What do you reckon?
There'll be else dished out.
There'll be else this year.
There has to be else dished out,
Okay.
Christian. Not everything's going to go our way.
Alright.
I appreciate that. Don't you worry.
Sure.
What are you worried about?
See, this is just ammunition for the people that want the Strides to lose, or the Alliance to lose.
Christian,
Alright.
like I said last week about Olin,
Yeah. What happened?
there's nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Stay the course. When have we ever been incorrect?
There's one specific time,
Which is what?
which is when you said the time for it will not exist.
Well,
Alright.
Ooh.
it's still irrelevant and pointless. It didn't need to happen.
Okay. Well,
So I don't know why it exists.
All right, because Momonosuke's gonna get that 20-year time skip power up. All right, don't worry about it.
Yep.
Somehow.
Zenkai boost, man.
All right,
It's coming.
don't worry about that. All right, first thing we see on the cover page.
Pound. Still going on.
How did you get this photo? How did this photo happen? Was he taking it and Big Mom kicked him out at the same time?
Is it the pendant he had of the twins? Because he had that before.
Sure, but what's... But there's like... It's a weird
It's like
image,
I imagine he's telling the story with the pendant.
but it
Oda
seems
only
like
has one
the
page.
picture is with Big Mom kicking him out and the kids are in the background.
I interpret it as him telling the story with the pendant in his hand.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I definitely saw Big Mom kicking him out.
Yeah, it's
I think I saw
definitely
that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird cover page. Will Pound go away at some point?
No, he will never leave.
Now, my hope
Oh.
and dreams for this cover page is Pound ends up dying in the cover page.
Okay.
And we're back to where it was. Alright? We're back to where it was. And we finished this sad story even sadder. But probably not gonna happen. Alright?
Yeah, I lost all hope for the Pound cover story around chapter 15, I think, of the cover story. I was like, yeah, Oda's not gonna stop this, and he hasn't. So I'm like, oh, I'll give up. I don't care anymore.
Reminds me of the Olympus cover story where just Olympus is just folding clothes, doing nothing. I'm like, why? Why is this here?
At least we got some interesting characters, though. You know.
Okay, true. We did. Alright. Now, moving on to the actual chapter. Big Mom is on the ground. I'm going to assume stunned by rage. Alright?
Salted.
Salty. Alright? Knocked over. Annoyed. Alright? Gotta get up. Gotta wreak some havoc. Says the fodder. Alright? Again, the fodder, I just here to narrate.
To just talk.
Yeah, alright, classic, alright. Jinbei, realizing this, asks Robin for help, and that'll come into play about halfway through the chapter. Luffy thanks Frankie, and he runs off to fight Kaido. Frankie, always dependable, apparently. Okay.
Frankie's that dude.
Alright, there you go, Frankie. Showing off why he's part of the Straw Hats, alright? Could use this energy during Whole Cake Gold, to be honest.
That Frankie energy.
We could use that energy.
He's a man, Christian.
Alright?
And that comes into play later on.
He doesn't care.
Frankie, ride or
He'll do what he's
die.
gonna do, alright? Now, Nami wants to run for Big Mom, but Frankie tells her to get serious, alright? To stop, alright? We're here to help Luffy, we're here to make him the Pirate King, alright?
Why would we be scared of an emperor, Christian?
Exactly. When Luffy's gonna be Pirate King, alright? All Straw Hat hype this week,
My favorite.
alright?
I'm a sucker for this kind of shit in One Piece, Christian. This is what we live for.
Yeah,
It's about the Straw Hats declaring their captain as the Pirate King.
that's right.
Unbreakable will, unbreakable spirit, alright? Unbreakable loyalty to the captain. They
Okay.
believe he will be the Pirate King and that he can do anything. Unlike Sanji in Whole Cake Island.
Alright,
Which is
no-
why we were
no.
disappointed in Sanji
Let's
in
not
Whole
start
Cake
this
Island.
We didn't have to do it. We didn't have to go here. I don't know how we got here.
Don't start this again.
If only Sanji believed his captain was capable.
Listen, no, we don't have to do
Relax.
this. We don't.
Relax. Alright, I've been through this with you.
I know he didn't think he was
For-
worthy enough for his captain to worry about him. We understand it.
Sanji
but have
has-
faith in the Monkey D.
But Sanji has self-esteem issues shown through the flashback. Alright?
Exactly.
I'm
Deep psychological
aware, I'm
issue.
aware of his psychological issues, Christian.
He comes
But
around
the
and
Monkey
believes
D-
the captain. Alright?
The Monkey
What?
D
Okay.
never let him down.
That's true. Alright? That's true. But we fixed it and now we're moving on. Alright?
Hopefully.
We fixed
I
it.
want to see complete loyalty from Sanji.
He's using the raid suit, so that's complete loyalty in my books. Alright?
I agree. 100%.
Alright? So Sanji, we had a little bit of a falling block. He got back up. He got back up stronger. That's what we want to
Okay,
see. Alright?
I like to see it.
Alright? And now he's gunning for a top position in the Straw Hat crew. Alright?
We'll talk about his position later on.
Because there's a certain fish
Because there might be an implication in the crew
spread.
panel, but we'll
Alright,
get there.
fine, we'll get there. Alright. Shinobu is running away from Yamato, confused, scared. What's this Odin nonsense?
It's strange.
It's strange. It's more obvious every chapter that Yamato will evolve out of this Odin gag
Yeah.
and become her own person, you know, Maybe she drops the gender thing. Maybe she doesn't.
Maybe
but
maybe
she'll be her own
Luffy's so
person.
great she wants to be Monkey D. Luffy. Maybe she switches
We
it.
don't need that again. We got Bardo. We don't need that. She
Okay.
needs to become her own person to join the crew. Right? And what does that mean? I guess we'll find that later. Does it include the gender thing? It might. Whatever. We'll find out. All right? Because there's clear character work to be done with Yamato. All right? Clear. Big Mom is finally up and she's upset. All right? Upset. All right? Frankie charging that radical beam. All right? He's like, it's over.
Long time no see, Soul King. Your crew is interesting. She's
That's
interested
right.
in Frankie Christian. Rare
Interesting book.
creatures.
Alright.
She loves the rare creatures.
We got how many rare creatures? 3?
Brooke, Frankie, Chopper.
3 rare creatures,
Yeah.
alright? I guess. Yeah. So, Frankie charges that radical beam. Now, Oda loves to use the radical beam as like, this is the ultimate destructive power of Frankie, but it never really does anything that impressive.
Well, maybe if you aimed at a big bug, would have seen something.
Blows up fodder,
The
destroys
radical
doors.
beam could be as strong as Oda wants it to be. When has it ever hit anybody?
It hit this number, it didn't go through him. Alright?
That's a good
It
point.
one-shot him. It one-shot him.
He one-shot him, he was
It
up.
one-shot the number, right?
No, it didn't. Alright? He was
He's
up.
still. I generally don't think he got one shot. I still think he's kicking.
He just puts more cola in the radical beam, ultimate radical beam,
I'm pretty sure we saw that number again in the panel where King's flying above and they get thrown down, and it's the same
Yeah,
number.
isn't he on fire though because of the radical beam?
Yeah, he's all
In
scuffed up, but he's still up.
I think he was like falling over because it's like at the same time.
Yeah.
You know,
But anyway, just a little side note, Christian, on
Sure.
lighting this week. If this was the My Hero Man,
okay.
if this was the
Dr. Stone,
Dr. Stone Man,
Boichi.
you wouldn't understand the sheer brightness of this light because they would refuse to do any lighting
Sure.
of the effects. See, Oda puts the effort in it and the artistic skill
to do
to
lighting.
render the lighting
Okay.
appropriately. This is what I want to see from these rookie, all right,
Rookies.
newcomers.
We talked about this last week, but it's a stylistic choice. It's not like they don't know how to do it.
They need to do it.
Alright?
It's required.
It's not like...
It's required.
It is required. Look, the Ace manga needs the fire effects to be correct.
Yeah.
Alright?
There's no lighting on it.
He's a fireman. Get some lighting on those fire attacks. Or whatever.
It's like how I complained about Endeavor in the My Hero manga, right?
Yeah.
Or My Hero in general.
Sure.
His face and chest is on fire, but he's lit in such a way where you wouldn't know that's the case.
Maybe the fire emits no light. You think
Sure,
about
that's what it looks like. Maybe that's the case.
Eric's pet peeve of lighting. Alright? Taking shots. Try to take some names, alright? Moving on.
It's required.
Moving on, alright? These numbers, we get the lore. We get a lore update on these numbers, Eric. They are failed experiments from Punk Hazard. They are experiments to make Agent Giants. Alright?
What does it say about Oz Jr.?
And Frankie says they're as big as Oz. And I question that greatly, alright?
The size is interesting. We always talk about
Because-
scale.
Oda and his scale, it's wild, alright? Week to
Yeah.
week it changes. Sometimes Big Mom's the size of 2 buildings. Sometimes Big Mom's the size of Jinbei. So, like, whatever, alright?
Yeah.
Oda, the size, it's always like that. But I don't know how big is Oz. Why aren't they splitting the goddamn skull in half? You know, Oz very powerful. Alright. So, we'll see, alright? These numbers, obvious hype tool. We said it from the start.
Yeah, this is...
Obvious.
I don't know why people are whinging that they're shit. We knew they were shit.
We know that, alright?
Any big individual in One Piece,
Fodder.
fodder. Guaranteed.
Any giant, alright?
When has a giant ever been impressive? You could argue
I guess
Dory and Brogy
Dory
at the time.
Yeah, at the
But
time.
they did get fucked up by Mr. 3.
They did, but then they
So-
did the Albas Spear, and it was hype.
Okay.
Alright?
That bastard was wrong.
Giant characters always used to hype up things. The only good giant character is Oz, alright? There you go.
Okay.
And maybe Oz Jr.
I was about to say, yeah, what about Orange Jr.? Orange Jr. was kind of raw in Marineford, though.
He kind of gets destroyed very quickly, right?
Okay, but that's by Kuma.
And-
All right, Kuma.
And Doflamingo
Yeah.
and everyone.
And
right?
Jinbei. Well, not Jinbei.
Everyone.
No,
everyone.
not Jinbei.
Just,
I think it was just Kuma and Jinbei, right?
well, he gets lit up by all the cannon
Yeah,
fire.
there's a lot of
everyone's-
lighting up,
yeah.
alright?
He gets lit up, alright? He doesn't
Alright.
last very long. But he gets the job done.
He achieved this task. Yeah, he got the job done. That's what
Is
counts.
Jr. a real ancient giant? Or
Yes.
is he some
Oz
kind of
Jr. is real.
experiment?
Not experiment.
Yes.
Okay.
I think this is the first mention, or the second mention of the
ancient
ancient
giants,
giant
yeah.
race, outside of like data books and shit.
Now, is Kaido a part of this? Is Moria a part of this?
The theory is going strong because I don't agree with this, but there's a theory out there that Kaido was a world government experiment that was made to disband
Fuck
the
that,
rocks.
get the fuck out of here.
Alright.
That's a question,
And
alright?
same with Big Mom, because she's a giant, she's crazy. Parallels to the kids in Punk Hazard.
A little bit of a disconnect in governments if the CP0 don't know Big Mom's an experiment from Mother Caramel.
You know how
A little
it
bit
is.
of
You know how it
papers
is,
getting missing around in the government.
Well, you know, we've got rogue scientists,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. It's possible. You know, it would be very confusing in how to explain that.
I feel like
but-
Moria and Kaido might be a fisherman situation where there's some descendants of ancient
Like
giants.
half Asian giant.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, when's Moria come into this arc? We're getting name dropped of Through the Bark.
Yeah.
Name dropped. Alright?
Oda keeps on planting them seeds.
Alright? He's reminding us of Through the Bark. Alright? Don't think he's not, because he is. Because Moria's coming back.
Moria's on the way.
Alright? Moria's on the way.
They can turn up at any point because they have an invisibility fruit. Alright?
Well, Shiryu, easy with Blackbeard. I don't know about that. Alright? We'll see. Alright?
Anyway.
We'll see. So, Big Mom coming at Frankie. But no, Jinbei comes in there, does a judo throw. Alright? And for people who don't know how judo works,
Yes.
the stronger the attack, the better the throw. Alright? It's about using your opponent's strength against them.
Counterweights.
Counterweights,
Much
exactly.
like the Yama fight with Robin.
Exactly. So, people bringing this up, like Jinbei, Emperor level strength.
He did roundhouse kick.
Emperor level.
You gotta
Yeah.
remember what Suzume, Christian.
Yeah,
People talking about weight and tonnage.
yeah.
What much heavier? Sanji, not Sanji. Jinbei does a roundhouse kick
It knocks him into the
and
sky.
knocks him into the sky.
Okay.
Very powerful Jinbei. Very strong man.
Jinbei throws Big Mom into Robin's arm attack,
Yep.
and she gets rolled out of the room,
Looney Tunes style.
Looney Tunes style, into a wall.
Straw Hats will put in their work.
All right, we stalled Big Mom for about 1 minute, all right, and then she's gonna come back. So, what was it doesn't effectively. It's gonna do nothing. So it's like, why get mad at something that's gonna do nothing? People mad because Big Mom,
Big Beam lives.
Big Meme lives. You know, she's getting memed again. She needs a W. All right. She
You said
needs that
last week
W.
she needed a W. She needs a W quick.
That's right.
Now, JD, last week we discussed the fodder who will take Big Mom's wrath. It can't be any of the Straw Hats.
No.
So we threw up Marco.
Marker.
We threw up
Oh,
You
wow.
recover.
Kid.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
threw up Law. To get one shot by her. Marco
Someone has to
is-
get one shot.
Marco's easy because
has
he
to get
can
one
come
shot.
back at any point.
Sure.
So
He can
he
revive.
can get one shot and then he revives.
Big Mom needs that W.
She needs that W.
All right. To keep that threat
It
level.
can't be
going.
against fucking random gifter.
Sure.
It needs to be against someone.
Now she is away from the fight. Is this where Perispero comes in?
Yeah, this is where Perispero and Marco come in.
Just to stall her out, talk to her, calm her down maybe.
We'll probably talk about this at the end of the chapter, what Oda's planning and the play and the point of all this.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that at the end of the chapter when it's all said and done.
Okay.
What if Big Mom chooses to low diff Perospero like she did
Is that
Moscato
is that a
and
feat?
Opera?
Is that a feat? That's not a feat.
It's not a feat, no, but it'd be nice to see something that's positive.
I want look instead of like the soul ripping him out of his body, I want to see that Alba Spear eviscerate him.
I guess.
Oh, that would be dark. That would be really dark, but I'd
Because-
like it if I did.
Well, because you know the Alba Spear still needs to hit somebody.
But she's not in a crazed state.
What if
That's
she
the
does?
problem.
What if she does the Alba Spear to number and it just puts a hole through his entire body? Is that
Hype.
hype enough?
That's hype enough. We'll get Because the Elbaf Spear really hasn't hit anything, alright? So, you know, we don't really... It's hype, whichever
Can't
does
wait
it.
for
but
Shanks to come in and do Albert Spears.
It'd be crazy, alright? It'd be crazy. But Big Mom needs to get a W soon. Same with Kaido, he needs that W. Alright?
Kaido's gonna get that W against the Minx.
Alright?
They're not gonna last that long. For sure.
For sure. We need to get that W. Alright. Moving on from the Big Mom, you know, debacle. That's going to constantly keep on happening. Alright?
Yes.
Because this is the way it's going to go. So get ready for more. Alright? So Luffy is trying to get up the hole that Kaido made. Trying to get to Kaido. Alright? Queen is just being ignored. Alright? He's like, sure, how Luffy.
Fuck out of here.
Alright? Queen, you're nothing to Luffy. Queen is nothing to Luffy.
Yeah.
Alright? We need some Blue Note action for Luffy. When's it gonna happen? Can we get some Rio showcasing? Can we get it?
It has to be. It'll be against Kaido.
Can Luffy's Rio penetrate the raid suit?
Nothing can penetrate the roach
Alright,
suit,
no,
but the candy bullets can.
Yeah.
We know that.
Okay.
It's unbeatable. The red suit's unbeatable.
Unbreakable, as in Barto's barrier is also unbreakable.
Sure. Maybe Judge got somehow weaved Bardo's barrier with threads. Christian. Who knows?
We'll get into the sides of the raid suit
Okay.
later on, alright? So yeah, Zoro meets Luffy up there just on random. Just sees him
Coincidence,
there.
sure.
Oh, what's going on here, Luffy? Oh, I'm going to Kaido. Let me take a ride. Right? They do. Right? But no, Queen grabs him out of midair with his dinosaur form,
Throws him down.
throws him down. Where you going? King also has some sort of flying unit with the smile users. Okay. It is blocked off. We can't go up there. Right?
First mission.
The first mission, get rid of King and Queen. And their units, I guess. Right? So they both get shot down into a number, into the ground. Sanji gets up. Unfazed, undamaged. Because the raid suit is quote unquote sturdy. Right?
Sure. How sturdy? Who
How
knows?
sturdy, who knows? Took a real attack from a first commander. People say it's not named, so it's not real. It's not that impressive.
Oh
Where's
my
the
God.
where's
Zoro,
the
the Zoro stands sweaty.
where's the
This
haki
Zoro
no
stand.
haki?
Of
Alright.
course it is, bro.
This brings up the question: can Zoro even cut Sanji now? Because this raid suit, seems to be
It's
unbreakable.
it's Kevlar. You can't penetrate it.
It's
alright?
unpenetrable, Christian.
Okay.
You just gave me some Twitter bait. Thanks, guys.
Sanji's clean.
Twitter
There you
bait.
go.
Thank
There
you.
you go. Make it a poll. Can Zoro cut Sanji with the raid suit? Yes and yes.
I don't know. I could see Kaido wind up that Thunder Bagua, hit Sanji, and he gets up. He's like, "Oh, the raid suit's durable."
Even if it hits him in the head.
Sure. Who cares?
Alright.
This suit's magic.
Alright. We'll get to the suit in topic of the show.
Yeah. All right.
Because there might be a few problems with it. A few, alright?
It helps the Sanji agenda,
Just a
though.
few, alright? Does help the Sanji agenda. Hiro feels like they can't lose. And the
Hiro
cogs-
already jinxing us.
Alright, Hiro, relax, alright? Relax, Hiro. Alright?
Also, people whinging that he was useless in the prison. He was starving and hungry for 20 years.
Yeah, relax.
Alright.
Yeah, come on, yeah.
Shut
Settle
the fuck
down.
up. Shut the fuck up.
Alright, Hiro, good old man. He's a good
When he
combatant.
ate, he was able to use Haki again.
Exactly.
So, shut up.
Alright? The Straw Hats pose up. And it's hype. Alright, it's hype. We get the classic.
Beautiful.
And then bang, alright?
Next
Right,
one,
hype.
no break. Thank God.
It seems like it's the Straw Hats minus Luffy take on King and Queen.
The Straw Hats will
would love
make
to
an
see it.
opening for Luffy to get up there.
Now,
I like it.
matchups, of course. We're in a war situation. We need to talk about matchups, alright? We're all together. We don't have to be split up again. Are we getting the tag teams we called? Alright?
I think it's very possible. If not, almost guaranteed at this point.
Alright?
Because this week implies, right,
Yeah,
that the Straw Hats will fight King and Queen together
sure.
while Luffy gets up to Kaido.
Do they do combo attacks and get rid of them extremely quickly? Or are we here for a while?
Luffy will get up there via combo attacks, and then the teams will finish the job throughout the war.
Okay. So this is their job during the war.
Yeah.
What about Zoro cutting Kaido?
It'll come later when he's done his bit.
Done his bit on whoever.
Yeah.
King, queen, whatever, right?
When Luffy needs a little rest, Law Kid and Zoro will come in, hold off Kaido. Luffy gets his stamina back and he comes back in.
What I want to see is King and Queen tag team the Straw Hats and the Straw Hats win. Alright? I don't want half the Straw Hats on this side, half the Straw Hats on that side.
So you want just a brawl.
Just a
situation.
brawl. Combo attacks going off.
I'd rather see,
Craziness.
for me, I'd rather see Sanji lead
A crew.
lead Usopp, Chopper,
Or Nami, whatever. alright?
Nami, and Jinbei, Zoro.
And now, the balancing of these teams is highly important for the agendas.
It is,
alright?
very much so.
Because we can't have all the weak ones on Zoro's side, because then Zoro's the stronger than Sanji.
Yeah,
And we
who
can't-
gets Jinbei will
gets-
decide who's stronger.
Exactly. Whoever gets
Jinbei's
Jinbei.
a massive asset.
Whoever gets Jinbei. If Sanji gets Jinbei, is that an alpha Zoro?
No, that's an Alpha Sanji, Christian.
Is that
Because
why?
he needs Jinbei.
Okay,
Zoro
because
doesn't
he
need
needs Jinbei. Alright? A lot of agendas flying around, alright?
Sure.
Get ready for it, because they're coming, alright?
How strong is the general? Could be Jinbei level. We don't know.
General Frankie, alright? Hype.
Jinbei level.
Alright?
That Wapple medal's tough. Don't forget.
It is.
Don't forget.
Alright, now, I will remind you that the Brachio tank tanked a Big Mom hit, no scratches. So,
Just remember the Wapple medal in Marineford. Whitebeard tried to break it. It did not break.
exactly.
So
Yep.
it's very tough. And
Alright.
reforms.
And the General Frankie has never had a real test.
Yeah.
So, we'll see here.
Okay.
Alright? A similar situation to the raid suit.
Maybe new upgrades as well.
Exactly. He said he did upgrade.
Alright, so let's talk about that last panel
Alright.
for a little bit. Luffy in the middle, obviously.
Of course.
Zoro on the right-hand side.
Yes.
Jinbei on the left.
And Sanji.
And
is
Sanji kind of
further
in the
off.
back. Thoughts, JD? What are your thoughts on this agenda?
Repeat this agenda for me. Sorry.
Luffy in the middle. Zoro on the right hand.
Ah, the
Jinbei on
placement.
Jinbei on the left hand. Sanji a little bit off to the side. Do you get started to go sweaty
Now-
for Sanji?
Well, now think about it from this standpoint.
Okay.
If we're going from Luffy's perspective, Jinbei's on the right.
Okay.
That's true.
So Jinbei seems to have taken Zoro's place as the right-hand man.
But Zoro's still closer to Luffy than Sanji.
I mean.
Does that
Okay, well, here's the thing.
Does
But here's the
that-
thing, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me at all. One, because I've always believed Zoro's the first to join the crew. So the placement of Sanji and the importance of Sanji in the crew is not a big deal. I think what's going to hurt the Zoro stance more is the fact that Jinbei, being the more responsible, the more powerful,
trustworthy?
you know what I'm saying? He's worthy of being the right hand because Luffy actually listens to Jinbei as opposed to Zoro. Zoro is more of a follower of Luffy.
Will
Jinbei is more of
will
an advisor.
Jinbei be the Ben Beckman and Zoro be the warrior Lucky Roo powerhouse?
I mean,
I absolutely believe that's the case.
you know, on this show, we've been saying it for hundreds of episodes. Jinbei stronger than Zoro and Sanji. We've been saying it, right?
The feats are there. We don't need to go over the
Alright.
feats again.
So-
People talking about Zoro and Sanji just going off blind potential.
All right. Jinbei has the facts.
Now
has
the
the
raid
feats.
suit, the raid suit this week might start switching things up because it's getting
All
it's
right.
getting crazy.
All right. All right.
But we'll talk about the topic of the
All
show.
right. So first of all, of course, before that, it's how strong is Shanks.
But Christian, wait, we're gonna rate the chapter. We got to predictions. We got to
Alright,
talk
I thought we were
about.
moving on. I thought we were moving on. All right.
We're gonna talk about. I want to just bring this thing up, right?
Alright.
I see people salty out there about Big Mom, salty that, oh, what's happening? This is bullshit. I feel like the OG, legit One Piece fans want to see the Straw Hats do shit, and the new class that don't really like One Piece that are here for the ride, Christian,
Okay.
right? Are not interested in the Straw Hats doing things, not interested in Luffy, not interested in the loyalty of the crew.
But it's people don't like because they always win. Straw Hats always win, right? We know that. Main characters, they're gonna win,
Yes.
right? People don't like that. People want to see him lose. People want to see him struggle, and I get that.
Yes.
All right, but we're gonna give him some hype sometimes, all right? Because Robin's done jack shit in the New World, and Jinbei's new, so we're gonna give him some hype. Frankie, you know, we got his senior pink fight. There's question
But
marks there, but
if you don't
you know.
get hyped up on that panel, Christian, I'm confused as to why you like One Piece or read it.
Marines, Kid, Zoro only.
How do you feel about this, JD? What do you feel about that? Because I feel like I was in King Lightning stream just a short minute ago, Christian.
Okay.
And he was fighting his tier 3 subs that the Straw Hat hype overrides anything else. That we're here for the Straw Hats. And I agree with King of Lightning.
I mean, it's just
That's
factual.
true.
It's just factual.
That's
right?
true. It's gonna happen. They're all gonna shine at one point.
How does
Like,
Yeah, go ahead.
I completely expect some power scaling fraudulence to happen in regards to the Straw Hats. Like, if you're massed up with a Straw Hat, I expect them to lose in some capacity, or for the Straw Hats to catch a W in some manner. So some people are gonna get upset. I already know.
Now,
people have agendas.
Let's look at this teamwork of the Straw Hats. Compare it to Kid. Compare it to Law. Compare it to Capone.
The
Compare it to
crews are
Hawkins.
trash.
All
The
right?
crews are trash.
If you compare it to Whitebeard's crew, sure, they're a tight crew, but I don't see no combos. I don't see no
There are
quips.
There are a couple
all right?
in Marineford.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
I mean, Capone's crew was pretty good with teamwork. Look what they did to Bobbin.
Decent Bob and Kill.
Back alley assassination. All right?
Bobbin the Fixer, man. Come on, he's gone.
All right.
Gotti too
But
good.
we look towards the Roger Pirates, Christian,
Yeah.
and the Shanks Pirates, the Redhead Pirates, and we see the parallel with the Straw Hat crew. Now,
Exactly.
When are you going to talk about this Ames novel? When we get there? Do you want any update? Or we do want to do it when Wizard broke?
Well, I've read half of it, and you know,
Is it worth the read so far? Is it worth
it
the
is,
$10?
it is if you want to learn more about Whitebeard.
Okay.
All right, but half of it's Fishman Island politics, which is like why, and Ace going to meet Shanks, which is hype, and then Whitebeard politics, which is actually interesting. The Whitebeard stuff is new information,
Okay.
but these Ace novels, you know,
Vague.
they're always. I'll give you an example, right? They're talking about Ace's bounty, and they're always going, Ace's bounty, it's so high, we never get the number.
Yeah,
It's
don't
like,
give me the number.
it's like Ace's bounty is extremely high. It's a certain number. Oh, okay.
Just give me the number.
Like I can't do that stuff because Oda hasn't revealed it.
Yeah.
Like his previous bounties. It was weird.
Just do the thing with like certain islands.
There's
certain...
there's like wonky power scaling stuff in it as well with like Ace beats a vice admiral, and he gets offered a warlord position.
Yeah.
What? Like, are you telling me that's the prerequisites to get into warlords? You beat a vice admiral? What is that?
Seems a bit strange.
Alright, seems a bit strange. But the Ace novel, I'm getting through it. It's alright. I assume this is the last one. There's no other Ace novels.
Yeah.
Alright,
Alright, so chapter ratings. I'm going to give this one an 8, Christian, out of 10. Hype.
It's an action chapter. Not really that much moving the plot.
I love Frankie's speech.
Right,
I've said
Frankie greatness. Frankie's been putting in great work last couple chapters, right? Robin, I love to see Robin do something. You know I love to see Robin do something.
a little bit of a minus point for me for the big meme situation. Maybe we could have done it against one of the numbers. Maybe we could have done it
but
against...
she's the problem. We've been through this so many times with Big Mom. She's such a problem
Yeah.
that we have to stall.
At least she's out of the story for a little bit now.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 7 because there's great moments. But I don't know if this chapter is gonna really be remembered. It's got a great double page spread. We'll remember it for the double page spread.
Right.
But are we gonna remember this Big Mom attack?
I think we'll remember it more so when it comes to the anime because of the action with the Jinbei throw and the
Sure, but it's
you know,
got
you type into Google Jinbei Robin versus Big Mom.
It's not a 1-on-1. It's not gonna be Zoro versus Queen. It's not gonna be one of those big matchups.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like this transitional action chapter just in the middle. You know, got annoying stuff with Big Mom, kind of. You know, it is what it is there. I'm going to say 7. That's good. You know?
Okay. There we go.
There we go. Predictions, I guess Perispero next week. Maybe a Kaido update.
Let's start this King and Queen fight.
Start the quick. Okay. Yeah.
That's what I
I
want to
think
see.
so. All right. Moving on to how strong is Shanks? strong is Shanks? Alright? How strong is Shanks? Every week, we come to you with the question of how strong is Shanks? Right? And every week we answer. Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King. But there are people out there who think Kaido is the strongest. The man who was stabbed by the scabbards. Right? There's some people out there that think Blackbeard is the strongest.
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard. Don't think so, right? There are some people that think Mihawk is the strongest.
Fraudulent.
Right? There are some people that think the sweatiest man on the planet, Alkaun, is the strongest. And worst of all, there are people out there that think Anmu's the strongest.
Ridiculous.
And you know what? I'm leaving Dragon off the list because he's relevant, right?
Okay.
So there you go, right? And every week we bring 100% genuine factual information to the table, right? And this week's evidence is Shanks is so strong that if he slashed Sanji's raid suit, it would cut him in half because no amount of durability and plot armor is strong enough for Shanks to be stopped. Shanks is the God King. Alright?
Praise be.
For a bit. Alright. Moving on. Topic of the show. This goddamn raid suit. Alright? Let's go. The raid suit.
What do you want to... Christian, we talked about the raid suit many a time.
Issues. Alright? Issues.
I think it's evolved past Ichiji, Niji, Yonji into something different.
Alright.
Because, sure, they got lit up by Paraspero on the table without their raid suits.
Yeah.
But damage still applied in Whole Cake Island to the raid suits and to their bodies.
Via candy bullets.
The candy bullets, Christian. The kryptonite.
It's a kryptonite.
Kryptonite.
And Paraspero is here.
That's true.
Don't forget that. Paraspero is here, right?
Sure.
Here's the issue with this raid suit, right?
Tell me.
Does it evolve with Sanji? Or is it just a piece of cloth, right? Because if it was a Gear 4 situation, Sanji's upgrades also affect the raid suit. And Sanji's skill with his defense also affects the raid suit. I think it would be a completely different situation.
Right.
Because then that directly affects Sanji and his training, directly affects the raid suit. But it's unclear if this raid suit isn't... It's obviously science.
Is it static?
Is it static? Is he the only one who can use it? Is it connected to his DNA? What's going on?
Is it plus 50 defense, Christian, or times 2 defense?
Exactly.
That's the
The
question.
mathematical equation needs to be answered.
What do you think it is, JD? Is it more of a plus or a multiplier on Sanji?
I think it's a multiplier.
Okay.
Just because it's the durability, right? So the durability is the plus part of it, right? Okay, he's more durable. But then you add into the fact that the stronger, if we see what happens with this Diablo Jambe with the raid suit, and we see it's considerably stronger, if he can basically increase the power of his Diablo Jambe, or increase the flames, change the color of the flames, all kind of different things that he can upgrade his red leg Zeph techniques with, the better that is, the more it's multiplied by 1, the durability, the flotation devices of the raid suit. And also, not to mention, his observation hockey as well. Imagine you use your observation hockey in unison with the disappearing effect.
And the speed of the boosters.
And the speed. It's just like, as a fighter, he goes up exponentially to the point where I don't think we can really quantify how strong Sanji is now until we see him use Diablo Jambe with the raid suit. And then we'll know for real if it's a multiplier or not.
Now,
I think that's where we're at.
The only issue I have with this raid suit, alright, because you could say the invisibility, Sanji could train with it. The boosters, Sanji could train with it. The durability is such an unfair thing. Because we talk about, let's just say, Luffy has to apply Haki to his body to block attacks. Zoro has to block with his swords
Struggling
to
in that
block
Katakuri
attack.
fight
Alright? Sanji can just get hit and there's no consequences.
so far.
Sounds fair to me.
I don't think it's
Sounds
fair.
pretty good.
I don't think it's fair.
It's clearly fair. What do you mean?
Because
It's definitely fair.
there's no connection between Sanji as a fighter and him being able to tank things. Or block things. Because he can just ignore
Doesn't need hardening now.
Haki hardening, the biggest debate in the One Piece community. Will Sanji ever get it? Will
Literally.
we ever see it? Alright?
Now, let me just bring something up for you, Crucian.
Yeah.
Punk has it. Leg crack.
Sure. We know it.
There it
Right.
is.
The classic.
Now, First Commander King speed into building potentially splits him in half. 0 damage.
Alright.
No, nothing that we can see.
So-
No rib crack.
So what you're saying is Sanji can now beat Virgo. Is that what you're saying?
Easily.
Is that what you're saying?
Easily.
Okay. I don't know. I think that's a pretty.
Virgo can't do. What can Virgo do?
He's
No
low
damage.
diffing Virgo.
No damage.
He's low diffing Virgo.
Okay. All right. Now,
I think it's fair to bring up the real question: Can Zoro cut Sanji? That's a legitimate question after this week.
here's the thing:
It's a legitimate question.
when Sanji ever used to block swords, it was with his shoes, which should have been cut, but they weren't.
Which they weren't. Exactly. Please continue.
So I don't think it's a relevant point that Sanji has a weakness to swords, because that's never been shown or factual. All right.
A lot of people say that. And then if you look at Whiskey Peak, Luffy blocked Zoro's sword with a sandal.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so what are we talking here?
I don't know. It's weird. Like, apparently you can just block swords with your bare feet. So
Now there could be potential like weird built-in genetics tech where like the suit evolves.
with the person,
the
which
person.
I sure hope it is. I hope it's more like that.
Now,
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
they definitely did mention that the suit is specifically designed for him
Yes.
and no one else can wear it. So I'd like to think there's some sort of adaptation factor to it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The other main problem I have with this raid suit is seemingly no time limit, right? Because we look at all the other major power-ups. Zoro Ember, Haki draining, time limit, massive upgrade. Gear 4, time limit, draining. Sanji raid suit, does it have a time limit? Does it not? Sanji's out of the raid
Maybe
suit.
it's such a reflection of what Sanji needed to catch up, Christian. Maybe
I don't know about that.
Maybe the Sanji fans want to acknowledge that.
Sanji need the raid suit to catch up.
Sanji needed that incredible buffs to catch up.
Now,
Do you buy that agenda, Jay?
I don't, because we never seen the Hell's Memory in action, alright? Where is the Hell's
Oh,
Memory?
we've never seen Ashura in action in the Tokyo.
The Ashura is not a mode.
Exactly. That's why I
Ashura-
keep telling people.
I
Ashura
know, I'm aware.
is not a mode.
It's an
It's an
illusion.
attack.
Yeah.
Alright? Can we stop with the agenda that Ashura is a mode?
Zoro hasn't opened his
what I'm
eye
saying.
yet. Zoro hasn't opened his eye yet. He's got the demon eye. But one of my most annoying pet peeves in the community
that?
is if Zoro gets Nidai, he'll get more curse powers. What the fuck are you talking about?
Curse powers, yeah.
It's a theory.
Yeah.
Headcanon.
Alright.
Pure headcanon.
Alright, so that's my problem with it. If it has a limit, if it has a time limit, if it has a tanking limit, will it disappear? Because Sanji's taking it off in this chapter.
Yeah.
Is it the fact that he's too prideful and he takes it off because he doesn't want to acknowledge?
Well, we need the pose, Christian.
We do need. I get we need the pose.
We need the pose, okay?
I get it, but Frankie's in his robot.
There's literally no reason why he shouldn't wear it all the time.
Unless it does have a time limit. Unless it does drain your energy, which we need confirmed at some
Unseen
point.
from Germa.
Yeah, but I want it confirmed. I want it because then we could say if it drains his energy.
Why would it though? Like that would be such a weird
Because
side
it's a
effect
weird,
to raid suits.
it's a weird science goo form. You know how it transforms.
It's a very, very strange science.
It's a strange thing.
Now, if this thing
yeah.
gets cut or ripped, does it reform?
You would assume so.
Because it's made out of liquid metal, something.
All right, yeah, it's weird.
knows?
It's made out of Power Ranger tech, so
Now, Sanji's defense very high, as we see.
yeah,
Speed,
Yep.
always very quick, Christian.
always. Hockey
The
gold.
question comes down to penetration,
Power.
power. Unable to damage page 1.
That's factual.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Unseen. Unseen.
Allegedly.
All right. Well, their final attack may have done something. We'll never know. All right.
Yes.
Well, I saw blood and bruises. That's all I'm saying.
Now, if you want to, now we all know that the anime is not canon and should not be canon. Okay.
And the anime makes Sanji look worse.
Yeah,
Because Sanji does his ultimate attack, and then Page One just like brushes it off. He's like, okay,
I'll get you, Sanji.
yeah, like he just gets
He was
up.
testing it out. You never know.
Now, if we get the superheated Diablo Jambé, it's so hard it goes through Haki situation.
I can see it.
That's potential.
I mean, look at Eddie's lobby with the Jabra, the Jambé
Body, yeah.
go through the tech
tech
eye.
eye,
So
Yep.
it's possible. I
You
just
know, if I really,
yeah, go ahead.
oh, go ahead, bro.
I just want this to really fix the raid suit and make it straight in my mind, make it clear, make it good. This has to have an energy time limit, draining of energy, to make it fair, to make it so Sanji using the raid
And
suit.
there's some kind of tension in the battle.
Yeah, and there's tension to the battle, and when Sanji upgrades his stamina, so does the raid suit. It all works together. That's what I want to happen. Because then it's like kind of weird, like we got these like forms, and Sanji's the only one
With the like,
that could just do it
no
for
downside.
free.
Yeah, free.
It's
kind of
a free
situation.
buff, which is like, you know.
Unless you find the Big Mom Pirates of the Candy Bullets, Christian.
Then it's a weakness, apparently.
It's kind of like Brook with Soul King. It's like, what will Soul King do after this arc? When there's
Yeah,
no
I
homies
guess.
to do anything
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Sanji gets off scot-free when there's no Big Mom Pirates around.
Yeah.
So actually, I have a question for you guys, right? So think about the candy. The candy bullets is actually very interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one, these candy bullets have to be imbued with some sort of extreme hockey or something
Apparently
to
not.
penetrate it.
Apparently not.
Or if it's a case, if we know each suit is tailored to the individual, maybe the suit gets stronger as the individual using it gets stronger. Because if you notice, Sanji beat Yanji with the raid suit on without his raid
So
suit.
he kicked his face in.
Yeah.
So it's a possibility that maybe Sanji. I'm not to mention. I mean, do you think some candy bullets are stronger than King? Like,
I think
like,
to make it make sense, it has to come down to like the candy bullets somehow undo the technology of the raid suit.
Yeah, some bullshit. Yeah.
it'd have to.
Yeah.
It would have to make sense.
Because otherwise, it's ridiculous that candy bullets are better than King.
Well, let's not forget that an actual bullet went through Sanji's arm in Hawkeye Collins.
Yes.
Let's not forget
I
that.
remember
Right?
Yeah.
Let's not forget that. So bullets, kind of still dangerous,
If you
I
want to
guess.
do the math, this is like cartoon levels of buffs for durability for Sanji.
Yeah, it needs to be limited. Right? It needs to
And
be
this
limited.
isn't like a blunt force attack from King. This is penetration, Christian.
Thank you. I'm glad you said it.
Completely different.
But the Zoro defenders will say, no haki, not named. Therefore,
Doesn't matter.
therefore fodder attack. Therefore, not real.
What about Queen?
Right?
Yeah, just say Queen and Big Mom then, and ask them how they feel about that.
And apparently, King didn't use his sword. Therefore, not a real attack. All right. Apparently.
King had the intent to split Sanji in half, okay?
Okay. But he's a swordsman. So
Why?
apparently, that's what people say.
Okay, is
Alright.
Hold'em a swordsman? I
Hold'em
guess.
is a swordsman. Everyone's a swordsman, alright?
Every time Zoro fans see a sword, they're like, a swordsman.
Yeah.
Maybe it's for aesthetic. You never know. Look, Queen has two swords. You know,
Queen does
Jack
have
has two swords. Maybe it's
true.
all aesthetic.
Yeah. Alright. So, there we go.
Just a little bit of issues with the raid suit, Christian.
There's a few issues I think that need to be cleared up, need to be clear, so we can understand how Sanji is doing within his fights.
And how he evolves.
Because there needs to be like a visual tell to how Sanji's doing. Because otherwise we'll just get like, oh, the suit is durable, I blocked this attack stuff. Which is like, you don't want that. You don't want to constantly be reminded that we have to be told that
Yeah, I know. It's a little bit of an artistic issue when the entire suit's black. You can't really draw
Scarves
scuffs
and
or
bullshit, yeah.
like any kind of damage points. It's gonna get annoying. I guess Oda can make his face bloody
yeah.
or like bleeding.
But he's
in
wearing a
way.
mask
Yeah.
as well.
So he's gonna have gonna have to be bleeding from his forehead a lot if he wants to
Yeah.
show damage.
Sanji's half his head just gets removed.
Yeah. Also, if you shoot Sanji in the head, Christian, is that protected by the raid suit?
I mean, half of it is apparently that
Okay.
that mask.
The forehead,
So
who knows?
there you go. All right. I think that's enough
On
out of
Sanji.
that. On Sanji's raid suit,
Also,
we want it to be good.
do the sunglasses that come with the raid suit also boost his durability?
I mean, are they Doflamingo durability? With those sunglasses?
Those sunglasses, who
Right?
knows if
Who
they're
knows,
Doflamingo
right?
durability.
Doflamingo durability. Alright. Moving on to the Thunderdome. Bit of 1v1 matchups, alright? Before we get into the Thunderdome, how do you enter the Thunderdome?
$5 and up patrons get to submit their choices in the Thunderdome question.
Run the bracket, alright? You don't want your characters to get eliminated.
If you want
on
to see
bad
your
matchups.
agendas come through,
Exactly.
you got to choose the matchups that are
Now,
appropriate.
JD didn't submit his agenda, so Sanji got knocked out of this tournament early because he had a
did.
bad matchup, right?
Very bad matchup for Sanji. Can't remember who it was.
Yeah. So maybe if JD ran the bracket, maybe Sanji would win.
Yeah.
There you go, right?
Yeah, I think I ran them. Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Our submitted matchup this week is from Mari. He has Frankie versus Judge. Tech versus Tech. Who wins? All right.
We talking general?
We are talking general because we did scale Frankie with the general. Or did we? Did we?
I
I
think
can't
we did.
remember. I think we did.
Yeah.
Judge got the raid suit. All right, we just finished talking about a raid suit. Judge's raid suit. We never see Judge get hit by the candy bullets, but we do see him go up against Snacks, kind of.
And Sanji. Don't forget.
Sure, he did demolish Sanji in that fight. Okay, what do you reckon about
Taught
that?
JD.
JD, did Sanji get demolished by Judge?
He absolutely did not get demolished by
Okay.
Judge.
All right.
Do you plead a mental distraught situation with Sanji? Not
I claim
What do you
I claim it as more of a moral weakness.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of like Luffy. It's kind of like Luffy and Bellamy. Did Luffy really lose to Bellamy? I don't think so.
Yeah, don't get me started on that.
Diable Jambe was blocked by Tech.
Grabbed and thrown.
Yes.
All right. So Judge could at least keep up with the Sanji speed. But will Sanji
Yeah,
go
well,
all out?
I wouldn't call Judge fodder. I'd call him maybe high tier fodder, but I
Some
wouldn't
say
call
top
him like,
5, Christian.
Some say top 5, all right? Because apparently he's a Gorosei. Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently, all right? Yeah. The classic Rogers-based theory. How could we forget, right?
It was King.
makes sense.
Yeah, he told King.
Yeah.
And then King
Adopted it.
adopted it
I
and
can't
said...
remember the history.
And then
It was
King
3
adopted
years
it
ago.
and said Sanji's dad is top 5 in verse. Alright?
Oh, you're talking about the blonde girl. Okay, I remember the
Yeah.
theories. Okay.
The blonde Gorosei is Sanji's dad.
Because apparently someone had to have ultimate power to change someone's wanted poster. From alive to dead.
Exactly. Alright, exactly. Alright. So, Frankie versus Judge. Now, the tech aspect, alright, does Judge have anything to break through this Whopper metal? He's got his spear. He's got his Garuda epithet. He's got his... Does his spear have lightning attached to it?
Yeah,
It does.
well, lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like Frankie in the Shogun. I think that's a win. I think Frankie the Shogun's a win, right? Because how does Judge get in there? How does he damage the Shogun? How does he do it? Right?
You gotta also talk about will when it comes to these fights, Christian. Frankie, ultimate will. Judge, sad.
Judge is a sad man.
Sad man.
Okay, but let's talk about durability. All right, Frankie versus Senor Pink. They're just taking punishment.
They're just standing next to each other, punching each other.
All right, taking punishment for hours.
Yep.
All right. The baby bomber survived it. Got the high buy. How could we forget?
Can't forget.
And then they do Frankie boxing, pummeling Senor Pink. Right. So Frankie's got the durability. He's made of iron. Right. He's not getting penetrated by that spear. No, it's not happening.
Okay.
No haki from Judge. So that removes that aspect.
Yep.
And I doubt Judge has Rio. Alright? I highly doubt Judge has Rio.
Fucking everyone coming out being like, yeah, my character's got Rio.
Right?
Alright, bro.
Because apparently, right, if you can cut steel, you have Rio. Right? According to the Zoro fanboys. Right? Agendas, alright? So,
Yeah.
I really think Judge really doesn't have a way to win this fight. I think Frankie's got the better tech. Frankie's got more weapons.
Do we consider the cola limit as an issue for Frankie?
It hasn't been a thing for so long. Like, when was it a thing last time? It was like
And his lobby.
Yeah, like NES lobby.
Maybe Fishman Island.
Was it? I don't think it was. Like the cola is not really an issue. All right. Now, Frankie, what is Frankie's ultimate move? Is it the General Frankie Coup d'Event? I think it is. The General Frankie ultimate Coup d'Event. Does that destroy Judge, send him into the mountain, kill him?
I think so.
All right. Because it destroys a lot of the plaza in Fishman Island. So I'm going to say Frankie takes the W. All right.
What's better?
Now my question is:
go ahead.
would you claim that Frankie can take Snacks and beat Snacks 1v1?
Here's the issue.
Frankie's tough.
We have the General Shogun, right? And we're going to factor that in.
Also, every fight he's in, they just stand next to each other and punch him with each other in the face. That's all they do is just stand there and punch each other.
It's a test of durability.
It's a test of manhood every time Frankie fights someone.
Yeah.
So we can't really say because he just cops punishment.
He does cop punishment. I don't know if Judge beat Snacks, all right? I don't know about that agenda, all right?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. I was off-screen, didn't see it.
Maybe Snacks got wet with the sea.
Who knows? Snacks is devil fruit, unknown, all right? So, there you go. It's got to be Frankie. Because I don't see... How does Judge win? How?
Yeah.
Frankie's got the defense. Frankie's got the weapon.
I'm assuming we're not giving Judge his wall and various...
No, he doesn't get his fodder.
Okay.
And Frankie wouldn't care. Come on. Frankie would not care. He would get mad. He would punch him anyway. Okay. Right? Frankie wouldn't care.
Sure. Frankie's got the rockets, he's got the flamethrower, he's got the guns.
Radical beam,
Coup d'Event.
Punching people in the head. Right?
Different hairstyles, which is essential.
Okay. Let's move it on. Frankie takes the W. We all appreciate Frankie here. Frankie on a high. All right? Last month.
Corner, Christian.
Time for the question.
Taking your questions.
Frankie in 4.
Question corner, Christian.
To submit questions, community tab on YouTube, in the comment section below, and on Discord. You can submit your questions. We read them here. We've got a sizable amount of questions this week.
Yeah, just quickly on Frankie before we start, Christian.
Okay.
I think Frankie will lift his rank in the crew significantly this arc.
To where?
To where he was pre-time skip.
Well,
which is closer to Sanji and Zoro than...
To where?
Closer to Sanji and Zoro than Robin. I think he will...
Well, he's not skipping spaces.
I think he'll far surpass Robin. There's question marks about Robin and Frankie. Who's
stronger?
Yeah, and Brooke. Oh, I think Frankie will far surpass them.
I think Frankie and Robin are stronger than Brooke, but the Robin question is still there.
Frankie's going to take that next leap this arc. Robin's still going to show something.
Yeah, get that fight, please. All right, but he's not moving up. He's not going into the Monster Trio. Relax.
Maybe it's debatable by the end of the arc. Who knows?
All right, the Frankie stands come out. We need the Frankie agenda. We've had the Zoro and Sanji agenda.
I always love my Frankie.
All right, we need the Frankie agenda. Come out.
He's been dead on the list for too long. Christian.
All right, let's get some questions. All right, from Thunderbird, knowing that the numbers are now at least from the fan translation people, I don't know if that's true. They've failed Oz experiments. Is that cloning? What is that? You know, whatever. Become Oz. My question is, the people flying around King are the same thing. Are they numbers but trying to bring back the King's race, or are they just small users? I'm going to say they're small users.
They're small users.
All right?
Okay, don't get crazy.
Don't get crazy, all right? I think they're just small users. You know, we got to get that. Got to get those 500 small users shown.
Sure.
Right? So let's show a bunch in the sky, all right? From like gaming agency. The way it's been set up right now, it looks like all the Straw Hats are going to hold off King and Queen while Luffy goes up. How do you think they're going to fare against two commanders? Not win. What do you mean?
How do you know? It's more than fair enough to back in the Straw Hat Pirates against King and Queen. I think that's fair enough.
Yes. 9 Straw Hats against King and Queen. It's doable. It's doable.
Okay. But this is outside of Luffy. Yeah, it's doable. Okay.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. I agree.
If Luffy was there, it would be a slaughter. But, you know, that's different. All right? That's different. All right.
You got massive utility and you got pretty good power from Sanji, Zoro, Jinbei.
Yeah, you can get it done.
Don't underestimate that utility, people.
Of
Very
course, the IQ from Usopp, Robin, and Nami.
Well, they all multiply each other's abilities when they're together.
Combos.
That's why we like the Straw Hats.
Right? From Mari, if the Straw Hats 10v1 someone, who is the strongest person they could beat? 10v1
With Luffy.
with Luffy? That's an emperor, baby. I'm saying that's an emperor. We got Zoro. We got Luffy. Luffy has the Rio, alright? Luffy's the strongest combatant there.
Maybe a little bit too early on the Luffy, but I can see it.
Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Jinbei. And then we see this chapter with the synergy. We can do.
They can take it. Yeah, they can take an emperor. Those four alone can take an emperor. I think.
Oh, JD going crazy. Alright, I think
it's a bit much for those four.
I think.
I don't know for an emperor, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and Jinbei. I can see it, especially if it's a devil fruit using emperor too.
All the Straw Hats. Definitely.
All the Straw Hats. I think we can take an emperor.
Not Shanks, of course.
Not Shanks, of course.
Shanks too fast, Christian.
Shanks go king. I can
Allegedly.
All right.
Allegedly.
It's factual.
Shanks' Conqueror's Haki would knock out a good half of them. If not more.
Yeah, but, I guess.
You know.
But there you go. All right. From Patrick Slime. Do you think it's possible that the third Devil Fruit Blackbeard is actually the Soul Fruit? Eric instantly mad.
Fuck me. Alright, this question first implies that Blackbeard will get the third Devil Fruit.
Okay.
It also makes the implication that
Big Mom's gonna die.
That Big Mom's gonna die, and that instead of him going for the third Devil Fruit, Kaido's, which is
a Zoan.
Listen.
Which would complete the trifecta at least.
JD, talk to me about your Blackbeard third Devil Fruit theory. Is it legitimate?
I think it's a definite possibility because if you can have one, why not have two? What is with the three pistols, the three skulls? That's is the whole? You know what I mean? Like Oda's kind of, you know how Oda is with these messages, and it's hard to ignore the fact that the number 3 or multiple persons and personalities continue to come up with Blackbeard.
He has 10 ships. He has 5 braids on his beard. He's got 10 rings.
Wait, how many? Oh, he has 5 braids on his beard. Okay, I thought he had 3. Okay,
it's 3 braids with the two side things going on.
Okay, all right. Well, there you go. It's the 3 braids. See there.
He's got like 6 teeth. Yeah. He's got 2 eyes. He's got 1 nose.
We can pull numbers from anywhere. Right? Don't worry about it.
I understand, but it's just like the most significant things that he has, like his pirate flagship, 3 skulls. I mean, you know,
who knows what that represents? Who knows what that represents? All right. So you're telling me he had the foresight that he was going to get 3 Devil Fruits, so then he's like, my Jolly Roger will have 3 skulls.
Hey man, Blackbeard has crazy plans that turn out. Okay. All right, so I want to be.
That's what I'm saying. He planned for 20 years to get 1 fruit. All right, let's not discredit the man.
Listen, all right. Already overpowered. People underestimate Blackbeard. Stupid Devil Fruits. Stupid durability.
And he could tell you he copped point blank Whitebeard Quake Fist.
And didn't get knocked out.
Didn't get knocked out. Okay. So there you go.
And people keep forgetting that. It's like, it's like, Blackbeard takes double the pain. He tanked a Quake.
And I guarantee the Darkness Fruit will absorb Haki.
Yes, it's happening. It's happening.
That's a guarantee.
I can see it happening. All right. Absorb Haki, you cannot block back Blackbeard. That's what it'll be. There's no way to block Blackbeard. He drags you in with the vortex and he hits you with the
massive damage.
The Whitebeard Quake. Yep. Unblockable. That's gonna be massive damage, right? Mm-hmm. No Devil Fruit. No Haki.
Now, people say to get the Dragon Fruit, hey, why would Oda do the Dragon Fruit again?
Yeah, it's a bit redundant.
B, you're changing his entire design.
Yeah, he's got the form.
You already had a dragon with Kaido.
Like, it kind of makes Kaido irrelevant. Like, he's just a...
he just was the
previous dragon. Okay.
It's dumb.
All right. Anyway, the Soul Fruit, you didn't answer it. Absolutely not.
It doesn't complement his moveset.
He already has, like, a sucking in darkness fruit. Yeah. He doesn't need the Soul Fruit on top.
Yeah. Homies do that help him.
I mean, his crew is already fodder. Just be adding more fodder.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, okay.
There you go.
Shout out to Burgess.
All right. Getting destroyed by Zabo. All right.
Zabo is busted, though. Don't forget.
All right. His next question: What do you think about the possibility that Kaido has a tool created by the world government that was freed by the Rock's pirate? I don't know what that means. A tool created by the world government.
His theory is that Kaido was made
Oh yeah.
to infiltrate the Rock's pirates to break it apart. That's the theory.
Can't do it.
When has the Navy ever been proved to be competent enough to pull something off like that?
I guess Sword, kind of.
Someone hasn't
Maybe.
done anything, Christian.
But this is a secret unit, you know. Secret.
I don't know.
Alright. From King Luffy. What do you think about Orochi possibly working for Blackbeard? And what do you think? Who do you think would win? Orochi versus Enel? Alright.
It just comes down to does Orochi versus has Haki? Because if he has Haki, he beats him.
I mean, he beat Snacks. I'll give him the W. Because Enel is trash. Alright? I'm sorry. Alright? The people out there love Enel. Gonna get one shot by Haki. Got beaten by pre-Gears Luffy.
Potential absorption.
Previous Luffy.
We don't know how Orochi's Delphi really works.
Yeah, and he has Haki because he has Mantra because he's a Sky P.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's got Haki. We can safely say he has Haki.
Mm-hmm.
At least observation. And that pillar, what is that pillar? Is that pillar Sea Stone? Unknown.
That's a question mark.
Alright, that's a question mark. So we don't. Did they have some kind of history?
You know, he holds it on his shoulders. I don't know if it's sea stone.
Well,
He does have a Delphi.
okay, he's got gloves on though. So
Okay.
alright, he's got gloves on.
Is that why he's wearing gloves?
Is that
'Cause
why
of
he's
the
wearing?
sea stone?
Maybe. Alright, that's my theory.
That's
alright?
your- alright.
That's my theory. But have they had previous history? I'm pretty sure they have. Kind of roundabout way.
I think he was mad. I think it's one of the villages that are now destroyed with a
Before going to
that Orochi
Skypiea?
was on, something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Alright. Next question from Dev. Zoro takes full damage from anything he can't block with his swords. But be it bullets, nails, his durability is that of a normal human. Will he learn to protect himself with his arm and hardening like Luffy this arc since it's his specialty? Alright? Will Zoro do the spot Haki block that Luffy does?
Does he have the efficient observation Haki to do so?
Yeah, I think it's a combination. Right? Because whenever Luffy blocks things with Haki on his body, it's always in the instant.
Yeah.
It's not like he preemptively uses the Haki and then blocks the attack. It's always like on contact.
I've rarely seen Zoro really use armor on his arms for his swords.
Yeah, and it's weird because Mihawk surely would have trained him to use Haki everywhere else. Surely.
Maybe.
I mean, come on. Like, are we only saying...
Rayleigh didn't even talk about Rio with Luffy. You know?
He used it, but he didn't talk about it, I guess. I guess you're right there, but it's weird. I mean, he should. I don't know why he shouldn't. He has it. Use it, you know? That's what I say. All right.
Got a lot of stamina though, Zoro.
He does, all right? He knows how to take the punishment, all right?
He's got a strong will. I'll give him that. You know, he's got an engine.
Does he have a strong enough will to have Conqueror's Haki?
I don't believe so, and I will fight it until I see it.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
I refuse to believe it.
All right. From Argos, does Oda use too many gag moments, especially during this war?
Was
It's-
this week a gag?
It's not a gag. It's a hype. It's hyping up the Straw Hats. I don't know if it's a gag. It's kind of a gag because Big Mom's looks like a ball. I guess.
Robin didn't stab Big Mom with a knife. You know?
No, it's is it a gag? Would you classify this as a gag? Is it play for laughs or is it play for hype?
It's Oda mixing the two for sure. Because it's
Okay.
a little bit cartoonish how she just rolls out there.
Yeah, sure. No, it's
The too many gag questions is interesting to me.
the
because
stakes. There's not a man's life on the line like there was with Ace, so it's not going to be that much of a serious tone, you know.
Yeah.
Like if, let's say, I don't know, Zoro was captured and he's about to get executed, I think there'll be more of a
Like if
serious
Volkov
tone.
was still fucking around Marineford.
Sure, and Buggy and there's gag
Yeah, and
moments,
Buggy
but
with the comic relief. There's always stuff going on.
yeah,
People just don't remember. It's Oda's style. He
Yeah.
loves the comedy.
Alright.
And we love it for it.
That's right. All right, from Hippo. It's painfully obvious that they will lose during this raid. How do you think that will happen? Relax. All
I'm
right.
not gonna lose the raid.
They'll seemingly be at a disadvantage and then come back.
Yes.
As like Marineford.
We talk about this constantly.
The Whitebeard Pirates were winning, they were losing, they were winning, whatever. You know, it's back and forth.
Big Mom returns. The children finally get up the waterfall.
Now, there's this thing that the Straw Hats, they're going to lose, they're going to get kicked off Onigashima, kicked out of Wano maybe, and then come back and beat them, which is so weird. It's such a weird storytelling thing.
It's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time, and we've already seen these characters go into action, so why is it more interesting now? It's like we
If
already
that
seen
would have
these
happened,
characters.
I demand one page of for 4 months later, and they were at the same point.
Yeah. Because
I
we
don't
need
want to
skip
see
it.
them gather weapons again.
Gather boats.
I don't want to see them gather boats and men.
Alright. And if we lose, we need a serious training arc. We basically end Wano and we start a new arc. Because we can't stay in Wano when we've lost and Kaido's flying around. Like, what is that?
Maybe
It's
Shanks
so-
swoops in and saves them, Christian.
Yeah, and then we start a new arc. The Luffy takes on all the Emperors.
Seems a bit for naught, though, if we lose.
Yeah.
A bit strange.
No.
At least Ace dying brought in a new era.
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
weird. I don't know. I'm
Ace
not
and
gonna
Whitebeard
lose.
dying changes the world in some way. I don't know if Luffy losing here changes anything.
Well, if they lose and no one dies, which is what's gonna have to happen, it's gonna be weird as fuck.
Yeah.
Because why?
Well,
why
it
are we
allows
taking-
Big Mom and Kaido to make the war.
Sure, the biggest war, the end war, maybe.
But that's Blackbeard's role, clearly.
Yeah. Alright.
So I don't know.
Moving on, next question. From Harvest Berry, does anyone, both sides and outside of the story, see Big Mom as a threat? Yes. In story, Big Mom is the biggest deal, the biggest threat. Except for the Straw
She
Hats.
still has potential to one-shot anyone she likes. It's just like,
Yep.
Oda let her do it.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get scared that he won't let her do anything. I'm genuinely scared about
she
it.
needs
But
a W.
It's
She
a fair,
did-
it's
she
a
needs
fair,
W.
it's a fair fear.
She definitely needs a W and she needs it fast, alright? From Monkey D. King. Why Big Mom is so fraud and trash? Great question.
so fraud.
Great question. I guess it is what it is, you know?
Well, I wouldn't call her a fraud. I think Big Mom has been how she's supposed to be since she was introduced. I don't think Oda's written Big Mom any differently than he has for the entire story. So
Sure.
I wouldn't call her a fraud. Trash, that's arguable, depending on your taste. But I would call her a fraud.
What if Kizaru turns up and she one-shots him? Is that hype?
Yes.
That's beyond hype.
That's extra
Not only does that fuels Yonkos versus Admirals to a level where they may have to ban me off Twitter. So there's that.
We like that agenda.
We
want
do.
that
We do
agenda.
like
Well, I love that agenda actually. So
Yeah.
I'm here for that.
Okay. From Corvo Q. Very excited for what looks like to be some more chaotic fighting and team ups. Looking forward to some Straw Hat combo attacks and for them to get into individual fights. I don't think they're going to get into individual fights, so what are your thoughts right now with everyone that we've seen? So what are the matchups? The Flying Six have kind of become irrelevant. Where are they? What are they doing?
Well, if the Straw Hats tag team King, there's time for them to split up for 1v1s.
Sure, but where are the Flying Six? We haven't seen any of them for
I know
ages.
who's still looking for.
I mean,
Yamato,
Ulti was
guess.
supposed to fight Yamato, and then she ran away.
He
Like,
put in a lot of effort into him,
yeah, they'll turn
and
up, I'm
Ulti was
sure.
fighting Yamato, then that just disengaged.
Yeah, so I don't know if the Flying Six, because Hyoguro this chapter was like, let's go after the Flying Six,
Yeah, with the.
which is a joke. Hyoguro, you think?
Well, I feel like I'm
Go on.
taking him as like I'm not fighting him. The Yakuza boss will fight them.
I want the Yakuza bosses.
They could be anything. You don't
Get
know.
out of here.
The Yakuza bosses could be anything Oda
Okay.
likes.
All right.
You never
haven't done
know.
anything.
Yeah, it is definitely a mystery for certain.
Okay. All right.
Hey,
Alright.
who knows?
I mean, listen. Your girl was using Rio. All right, let's lie.
You never know what these Yakuza. They should probably be able to use Rio as well.
It's crazy, all right? The Yakuza bosses have had no effort put into them at all. They've got them maybe 2 panels. So I guess they're a mystery, but...
Maybe they can hold them off for when the Straw Hats arrive, you know?
Yeah. Next question from Badger, or from Shadow Badger. A badger or chopper, who would win? And like a physical badger, like a real badger? Like
Versus
an animal?
Chopper.
Versus chopper. You give it to chopper.
Even a badger versus a reindeer, you probably
give it to the
to
reindeer.
the reindeer, wouldn't you?
I guess. There you go.
Gore it.
It would just stomp it into the
Yeah.
snow. You know? Just stomp it.
Badgers are tough though, Christian.
Keep
Tough.
it the small, you know. Not that good, alright?
Or he's talking about Badger the person versus Chopper.
There's multiple angles here.
Sure.
Right? There's multiple
All
angles.
correct answers are Chopper though.
Yeah, give it to
So there
Chopper.
you go.
Alright, he's got monster point. What do you got?
On all angles, Chopper wins.
Alright. From Corvo Q. Already read that one. From Plan. So is Frankie the second in command now? Crazy. Alright. Frankie stand.
Alright.
Frankie gender coming through.
Luffy says Frankie never lets him down, and I appreciate that.
And that's factual.
Mm-hmm.
When has Frankie ever let Luffy down? Never. Right? Not once. Frankie always pulls through. He destroyed the factory Dressrosa, got the job done. Alright? He gets the job done, which you appreciate from Frankie. Alright? From John Lee, who would win in a fight in the Thunderdome matchup to the death? End of series Naruto or current Luffy? Now,
Naruto.
which end of series Naruto? We're talking God. We're talking
Naruto.
before he loses the power ups. Are we talking peak condition Naruto?
Prime Naruto.
Prime God level Naruto? Or are we talking
Naruto.
about Naruto? Alright?
I think even at the end of the day, when Luffy's the Pirate King, it's not going to reach Naruto's scales of destruction and power.
Here's the thing, and I bring it up all the time. Physical feats in Naruto are lacking. Punches don't
Agreed.
do that much. Speed's questionable. They've got beams, they've got chakra, they've got those things. I'll give them that.
They got martial arts,
Biju
but
bombs,
how strong are they?
bullshit, all that kind of stuff. Alright? Now, could Luffy tank that with Haki? Questionable. Observation Haki, do they even hit? We've got Future Sight now. Naruto's got nothing for Future Sight. Alright? Nothing. How's he gonna hit him? You know?
He's the sage of the 6 paths. He's got black balls. The black balls
That's what-
make shields.
Yeah.
Fucking,
I
he
think
can
God-
resurrect people from the dead.
I think gold level Naruto's winning. I think Naruto, Luffy's winning. Alright? That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
who knows?
Alright? There you go.
It's always tough when you do inter-series. Oh, what's this?
Matchups, alright? Series matchups. Alright. From Bardock. He's asking for matchups again. We already kind of talked about that. Matchups, predictions,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. Alright. From Lord Zarkon. Thoughts on the Oda interview? Do you still think it'll end in 5 years or less? It's possible.
You keep
I'm
saying
always saying it's possible, and he keeps saying it. So every time he says it, it gets more possible.
it. Okay, no one's buying it, but...
It's possible. It can
So
be
when
done.
did he say 5 years? 2019?
2019. He said 4 to 5 years
This
in this
year.
interview. So it's getting less, which is interesting.
But it's still kind of saying the same.
Sure, he's like 50% true of his own statement.
It'll be like 8.
Yeah, it'll be more realistically 8, but
So he's saying he wants to end it in 2024.
he wants to end it by the time he's 50.
Right,
He wants
so
to retire at 50.
2024.
Yeah.
I say 2027.
Okay. It's feasible.
What do you think about that, JD? 2027 sounds good?
I can see that. Honestly, I don't really buy it. I don't really buy the 5 years thing at all. He said the year of Sanji to be a year ended up being like a year and a half, maybe 2. So I don't buy it. Oda likes to add things to his story all the time. So I'm seeing 2028. I'm going there. Yeah, I'm going 8 years.
He took a lot of breaks this year, which will slow it down
Sure.
significantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I still think 5 years is possible in the chapters if we get all the chapters.
Yeah.
What's that? 200 chapters?
Yep.
It's possible to do. All right. I'm gonna say it's possible. we finish Wano and 30, and then we got 100,
Start fucking
170.
around new characters and stuff, and then
We go straight to Raftel, we can get it done, alright? Albath 20 chapters, we can go to Raftel, 100 chapters there, end it there, big war there, we can end it. Alright, it's possible. Alright, from Rygar. We never found out who the Straw Hat was following. Robin and Jinbei thoughts on who it was and when it'll be revealed. That weird panel.
Yeah, when
with the guy in the background.
Onigashima.
It's kind of weird now because they're in the battle.
Yeah.
So like they're not gonna get ambushed. You're not gonna find out who that is.
Well, to me, it was always implied that it was Yamato.
It's possible, but it's weird. Like maybe we'll never get the answer to that. Maybe it was Yamato, but I mean, we did say it was Yamato at the time. We just never got confirmation.
It should know who the Straw Hats are.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. All right. From Chris D. Is Frankie getting better portrayal than Sanji?
Sanji pretty good portrayal this week.
I think Frankie overall is getting... I would say yes in the current chapters. Right?
Okay.
I mean, come on.
We
how
need
can deny
Sanji.
it?
We need Sanji some hype speech, Christian.
If Sanji straight up blocks Big Mom next week, then they're on equal footing.
Then Zoro's
mean-
Zoro's out of the door. Zoro could go away.
Right?
Oh yeah, nah. Sanji definitely over Zoro if that happens. You don't want to see me if that happens. Oh no.
The agenda will be powerful.
The powerful agendas
really?
are coming, all right? The powerful
And
agendas.
then can you imagine Sanji's Reichu blocking Big Mom's sword of all things?
The cognac.
Yeah,
God.
but then the agendas come out that Big Mom is not a swordsman, so it doesn't count.
The counter.
It doesn't count. Okay.
The counter agenda, Christian.
You can't forget,
If Big Mom is not a swordsman, then Shanks is not a swordsman. That's all I'm saying.
which is factual, all right? Because,
Yeah, so Sanji just like kicks Big Mom's sword and it blocks it,
yeah,
and the crowd goes wild.
yeah, all right. From Gwyn. Is the world government still sending Vegapunk as per request of Orochi during the
That was
negotiations?
not the request. The request was next time they would send Vegapunk.
Still sending a warship.
Yes.
So the Navy can still enter.
The next deal was never done, so Vegapunk is not on the way.
Alright. But when will we get to the Vegapunk? At some point?
Fucking hell. Well, the SSG is coming into play. At some
It's
point.
got to be either in an act break or at the end of this arc. Has to
Maybe.
be. Has to be.
Fuck, I don't know. Maybe when dragons like Yo Vegapunk come to the Revolutionaries finally.
Okay.
Or there's a mission to break Vegapunk out finally of...
I don't know if we have
World
time for that in the
Cup
story. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Vegapunk's such like a stupid thing because... Is anyone hyped for Vegapunk's reveal?
People are hyped, but he's not like
I
the
am.
bad end. He's just a guy, you know?
He has massive potential for Frankie
What if he's Dr. Hero look for somehow?
Dr. Hero.
Yeah.
Oh, the Hilo Luke, stop it.
What if he...
That'd
Stop.
be next level.
what do you think
That
about
would
that?
ruin everything about Chopper's backstory.
I
Stop.
don't
That's the
think-
only thing I like about Chopper. You can't
I
do
don't
that.
think
Dude.
that makes sense in terms of
Timeline.
Judge's timeline with Vegapunk.
What if it's Dr. Hero Luke's twin brother?
Oh,
The non-fraud doctor, alright?
yeah.
You got
The
the fraud...
non-fraudulent.
Yeah. Twin brother.
Yeah.
Some bullshit, alright?
Yeah.
So there needs to be... Because we keep on getting silhouettes of this character, and he's a new character. It's not like he's an
He's gonna look
existing
exactly
character.
like Dr. Juro. I guarantee it.
Dr. Giro or Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
Yes.
Alright?
The only thing it does for me is massive implications for Kuruma and Frankie. That's the only thing.
Upgrades?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. If he comes over to Straw Hat somehow.
He should because he's with the Revolutionaries to some regard.
Yeah, I guess in a roundabout way, that's sure. Alright. Now that's the show. That's the episode.
JD, we appreciate you coming around.
Oh, I'm just happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me again, boys.
The Sanji agenda's powerful.
Is JD the new face of the Sanji agenda?
King of Lightning's still powerful.
Is King of Lightning the OG Sanji fanboy, alright? OG.
He's the OG for certain. He's the Gold Roger. I'm trying to be Luffy.
There you go. He's trying to take over the King of Lightning agenda.
Now, I get the sense from JD that he's not really doing it because he loves Sanji that much. It's more of it to shut those stupid Stan Zoros up.
The Zoro fanboys.
Because they're getting out of control.
Zoro's
The
killing...
They
Zoro
are
Stans,
getting-
they're out of control.
Zoro's killing
They
Kaido.
need to be quelled.
Apparently, Enma puts Zoro above Luffy's Gear 4. Alright? Have you ever heard
It's
of
out of
this?
control.
Have you ever heard of this?
It's out of control.
Have you ever heard of
Out
this?
of control.
These dudes need to relax.
Because before that, Zoro was on equal to Luffy
In Gear 4.
in Gear 4 because of the unused Ashra mode.
And
Right? And eye powers.
Yeah,
Right?
fuck me.
So it's getting crazy, alright? It's getting crazy on the streets. Stay safe, alright? On the
Stay
streets
safe
of
indeed. Shanks is a good king.
Alright, good night.
Good night.